everyone, Kelly Shaffner here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to December 2020. We made it. We are at the final month of 2020, and honestly, I can't wait to see what's in store for us in this month. I hope it's wonderful. I love December. I love the holidays. It is also my birthday month. Yes, I will be celebrating my birthday all month long. I have some boxes special for me, so guys, please subscribe. I do have some fun videos coming out. I also am going to participate in Vlogmas, which is what YouTubers do in the month of December. Lots and lots of YouTubers will participate in a December posting every single day a video. I have tried several years to participate in Vlogmas and I have failed. And this year I will not fail. This year I am not going to be posting a video every single day. You're welcome, but I will be doing my very best to post a video every other day until Christmas. So please join me, subscribe, and join me for my half of Vlogmas. That's what I'm going to call it. Vlogmas Kelly Shaffner style. So today's video, guys, is a what sold video. You really seem to like my last what sold video. I've only made one prior. I did not share my sales in the month of October, and I'll get into that in a little bit. In today's video, I will be highlighting some of my sales in November 2020. And one of the reasons I did not make a video of my October sales is because I was gone the first week in November. I went on a thrifting trip to Denver, Colorado. I was gone for 5 days. So I wasn't working in my home office, sharing my closet and shipping out orders. I wasn't doing anything like that. There were no listings going up for 5 full days. Now, I did make sales. I was so lucky that I did make sales those 5 days I was gone. And honestly, I made a sale on the first day and I felt horrible about not getting that sale shipped right away because I am a same day shipper or next day shipper and I do not deviate from that schedule. I only listed in the month of November, I listed 164 listings. Now, I think that sounds low, but that's honestly about average for me. I've never really declared myself a full-time reseller or a part-time reseller because the truth is some days I'm part-time. Some days all I do is shipping and other days I could work 12, 16 hours on my reselling business. Some days I get 30 listings up and some days I get 0 listings up. I am pretty good about consistently listing, but November, I did not consistently list. I'll just be honest with you. 165 listings went up in my Poshmark Closet. So today I will be just highlighting my Poshmark sales. I did have the very best sale I've ever had in my whole life over on eBay. And so that put my total for the month of November at my all-time high, which was over $5,000 in sales. I did a local pickup sale of a mobility scooter and I sold that for $2,200. So the month of November was my very best sales month ever. And yeah, I might have maybe took a little sigh of relief and a little time off and maybe didn't work as hard once I made the sale of that scooter. But let's get into the sales I made on Poshmark. I had 127 sales on Poshmark. My top seller the month of November, like every month prior, was tops. I sold 33 tops the month of November, but I also sold 23 sweaters. So tops have always been my best-selling category. I have more tops listed in my Poshmark Closet than anything else, so that makes sense. Now, I sold 30 pairs of shoes, 15 shoes and 15 boots, so that wasn't bad. So I broke this up into 10 categories. The first category is handbags. I only sold 5 handbags in the month of November. That does not surprise me because I don't have many handbags listed in my closet. I just don't find that many great handbags, but I've been intentionally sourcing handbags, so hopefully those numbers will come up in December and January. But one of the bags I sold, I was really happy to finally sell this bag because it had been in my Poshmark Closet for over a year, and it was this Vera Bradley tote bag. It was very pretty, vibrant colors. The buyer was very, very happy with the bag. I sold this bag for $15, and I was happy to see it go. I do not pick up Vera Bradley any longer. Now, I would list it in my closet if someone donated it to me, but I would not intentionally source Vera Bradley any longer because they just don't move. Now, another bag that I sold, and I'm so happy about this sale, was a bag that I picked up recently in Denver on my thrift trip, and this was a brand new with tags bag. It was called Bernice. That was the brand. I've never heard of it before. I picked it up because it was new with tags. There's a whole story behind this bag. It actually, I'm really lucky that I ended up bringing it home. But one of my viewers, Sophia, bought this bag. Thank you so very much, Sophia. She's a loyal viewer and also a repeat customer, and that just means the world to me. I sold this Bernice bag to Sophia for $20. So Sophia, I hope you love the bag. Next category is dresses. I sold 6 dresses in the month of November. Really happy about all 6 of those sales because dresses are not moving for me right now. And I think, you know what, I'm not wearing dresses right now, so I get it. But I was very happy with all 6 sales, but the dress that I was very happy to sell was this Diane von Furstenberg silk wrap dress, and I did haul this in one of my recent hauls. I was so excited when I found the dress. It was silk. It was one of those classic wraparound dresses. Those can do very well on Poshmark. They retail for a mint, but I hand washed that dress. I noticed that it had some stains in the pits. I hand washed the dress and there was color bleed, and I did note all of the defects in my listing, and that dress sold for $20. So I was very happy to not just get my money back, but I actually quadrupled my money on that dress. So I was very, very happy about that sale. The next dress that I was so happy to sell was a dress I picked up in Denver. It was a Lane Bryant dress. The name of it was Lena. It was absolutely a stunning, simple black dress. But the silhouette on this dress was gorgeous. It was a high-low hemline, very, very pretty. I did find a model picture of it, which really, I think, helped to sell it, but it was also currently available on the website. So I did price mine just a little bit lower than the website. My dress was brand new with tags, and I sold it for $35, which I was very pleased with. Next category is sweaters. I sold 23 sweaters, like I said before, 23 sweaters in November. You know what? I actually intentionally sourced sweaters because I looked at my numbers from a year prior and I thought, I am going out and intentionally getting ready for this. You may have been watching me through the summer as I was thrifting sweaters to have them ready and listed in the fall. That's what I did, and it's really paid off for me. One of the sweaters I was really happy to see find a new home was the Escada sweater. It was a cardigan sweater, absolutely beautiful fall colors, and it was a mohair wool blend. It was gorgeous. It had big balloon sleeves. One of my viewers told me to list the sweater for $75, and I did run the comps, but that's exactly what I priced the sweater at, $75. I got an offer for $45. I accepted it. It was a very quick flip, and I don't have a lot of experience selling Escada, and I did not want to take that sweater into next year with me. Another sweater from Denver that sold very, very fast, and I'm happy about this, is a Lane Bryant. It was a dark mauve poncho, an open weave poncho with fringe on the bottom of it. It was so cute, a really cute sweater, but I have not had the best luck selling the brand Lane Bryant. But I knew this was a pretty special cardigan sweater, so I did pick it up at the bins, and it sold for $20. So I was happy to have a quick flip on that one. Now, there was one sweater that was a little bit surprising, perhaps disappointing, because the sweater was so cute, and I picked it up on Style Alone. This was another bins find. The brand was called I Love Ronson. I Heart Ronson, and it was a novelty sweater with a puppy on it. Guys, forgive me, but I don't know what kind of puppy this was. Now, I had another sweater very, very similar. I picked these 2 novelty sweaters up around the same time period. The first one went very, very quickly. Normally, novelty prints move quickly for me, but this one sat for a while. So I did accept an offer of $15 on this sweater. And the next category, the biggest category, 33 tops sold. Yes, tops. And you know what? As I was preparing for this video, normally I put my best sales or my the sales that made me the happiest and maybe the not so good sales. And on my notes, I only highlighted one top. So that's all I'm going to highlight. Guys, you can always go to my Poshmark Closet if you want to see my sales. You can look in my Poshmark Closet. That's public knowledge. There's only one top that I was really, really happy to see it go. And it was a nice top. It was a Nike tank top. And I received this during the shutdown, in the early part of the shutdown. I think this might have, I can't remember if this was from Craigslist. I bought a lot of clothing off Craigslist, just trying to keep my Poshmark Closet going. But I also received donations, and those were all kind of heaped in my garage as I was working through them during the shutdown, early in the shutdown in the springtime. And I got a lot of tank tops. Frankly, tank tops just don't sell real well on Poshmark for me. So I got an offer for $7 on this Nike tank top. I took it. I was so happy to see that tank top go. And you know what? Perhaps in the new year, I will lot all of those tank tops up together. I didn't do that on purpose because I was trying to keep my Poshmark Closet moving, keep that algorithm fed to keep me going through those kind of difficult lean times in the early pandemic. So yeah, that's it. I sold 32 other tops besides that, and I didn't write any information about the rest of them. The next category is denim. I did sell 6 pair of denim. That's it. And I was kind of surprised by that. I sold a lot of denim in October, but only 6 pairs in November. That's okay. I'll take it. One of the denim jeans that I sold, I was very happy about. I sold several pairs of denim that I just recently listed from my Denver haul. One pair I was very excited about was a pair of NYDJ Lift Tuck Technology dark wash denim. I sold these in a bundle. The entire bundle was $34, so I'll just call it $17 for these denim. They were really nice. I hope that that buyer loves those denim. They were in like new condition. And another pair from the Denver haul that I sold, this kind of surprised me, was a 7 for All Mankind white Guinevere. Now, white can be really tough, especially if you find it at the bins, but these were in super shape, really, really good shape. And I sold those white denim 7 for All Mankind skinny jeans for $20. But you know, there was a pair of denim that I was so happy to find a new home, and that was a pair of cut from the cloth Diana skinny jeans. They were a size 4, and those belong to me. I have not been a size 4 in a really, really long time. So those jeans were listed in my Poshmark Closet. I would say they've been there for almost 2 years, guys. So I was so happy. I think I got an offer on those and they sold for $20. They were like new as well, because I might have been a size 4 for about 45 minutes. And, you know, I had to buy a pair of jeans when I was that size. So moving on to shoes. I sold 15 pairs of shoes. I love selling shoes. I love wearing shoes. I love sourcing shoes. That shoes are really my thing. I sold quite a bit of shoes from my most recent ThredUp mystery shoebox. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it above, because that was a pretty good box, and I got those shoes listed and made sales immediately. Now, if you haven't seen that video, I'll tell you a little bit about it. The very first shoe on the top of the box, I do first impression videos with those ThredUp unboxings. I don't know if I'm going to continue with that. I might try to do research before I share it with you, because I think we can all learn a little bit more if I know what I'm talking about. But I pulled this white leather tennis shoe off the very top of the box, and the shoe was really, really a nice shoe. It was super cute. It had a snake skin on the heel. It was great. It was my size. I was going to keep it for myself, but I did the research on it. They were Zadig and Voltaire. I had no knowledge about this brand. Thank you to my viewers. You guys always help me out, but I did do an internet search and find out about this brand, and it does really, really well in the resale market. I listed the shoes for $150. There was a lot of interest on these shoes, and I got an offer just a couple days into it for $100. I took it. I took it. And yeah, I made that sale. And I know whoever got those shoes is super happy, because I would have been super happy to keep those shoes for myself. Now, the next pair of shoes in this video that I want to highlight was a pair of shoes out of that same box that I fell in love with. They were a pair of Vans, Disney, a collaboration with 101 Dalmatians. They were red Vans with the Dalmatian puppy novelty print on the entire thing. They were pristine too. They looked like they had never been worn. I did get an offer for $65 on those shoes, and I took them, and even before I had shipped them, the buyer reached out to me and told me that she had been searching for that particular shoe in her size. So it was like it was meant to be. It feels really good to know that one of your products is going to someone that is just can't wait to get it. Next up, we'll talk about boots. They're so closely related to shoes, right? So I did sell 15 pairs of boots, and I highlighted a bunch of them for this video. And the reason being is they made me a lot of money. That was my money maker in the month of November, was my boots. And the #1 best-selling boot I had in the month of November was a pair of Doc Martens. They were that smooth leather, black, classic Doc Marten. I did haul them in one of my previous videos, and guys, I paid up for these. I had to tell you about it because I am a binge shopper, and I shop thrift stores too, but I always tend to shop the sales, the color tag that's on sale or half off days. Yeah, I'm pretty cheap. So paying up, I paid $13 for these Doc Martens, and I bought them for myself. They weren't my size though. They were a size 9. I thought I might be able to make them work, but they really were just too big for me. So I did list them for sale. I listed them for $100. I took an offer for $90. So you know how that works out, because I had to break that one down. After the Poshmark fee of 20% and my cost of goods, I made about $59 on those Doc Martens. So yeah, they were totally worth the $13 investment. Although, like I said, that's a really high cost of goods for me and not typical. Now, I did sell a couple boots that I got in ThredUp mystery shoe boxes way back when. These actually took a little bit longer to sell. The first one that was in my closet for a shorter amount of time was a really beautiful pair of French Connection blue suede they were a high heel booty, really, really pretty, and I sold those for $44, was very happy. They're gorgeous boots. And then I also sold a pair of boots I got in a ThredUp mystery box, and the brand was Buco. And these were not a real leather boot. I sold those for $16. I was very, very happy to see those go. Now, after the Poshmark fee, I actually was able to just double my money, with the cost of goods from ThredUp shoes being about $6 a pair. And guys, I list almost every single piece I receive in mystery boxes just to see if I can get my money back. So those Buco boots were in my closet for a very long time, but they did sell, and I believe the buyer was happy. I believe I got a nice love note on those as well. The next pair of boots that sold for me, they sold within 2 weeks of listing, was a pair of Born. Born was a really good seller for me the month of November. These boots were called the Monica boot. They were like brand new. They were also my size, but I sold them because that's what I do. And they had an open back, a sling back on them, and those boots sold for $50. Was really happy about that sale. I also sold a couple pair of Western boots. I sold a pair of Justin boots. These boots were, I called them Midnight. They were dark black boot in beautiful, like new condition. Those boots sold for $49. And the last pair of boots that I sold, one of my girlfriends posted her boots just like this. I think she might be in Canada, but she found a pair of Ariat. They're called the Heritage Lacer boot. I saw her find on Instagram, and then I happened to come across these boots in the thrift store. I did pick them up. These boots sold for $50. I was really happy about that. You know what? Ever since I listed those boots, I get ads for Ariat Heritage Lacer boots all the time. You guys know what I'm talking about? Okay, next category is pants. I sold some pants, not many. I sold actually maybe only one, but I put 3 in this category. You be the judge of how many pairs of pants I sold, because I included pajama pants in this category because most of the pants I have listed in my Poshmark closet are like career wear pants, and they are just not moving. I think lots of people are wearing yoga pants right now, but I did sell some pajama pants, and I put them in my pants category, probably just to make myself feel better. I did sell 2 pairs of pajama pants. The first one were a Dr. Seuss The Grinch. These were fleece pajama pants. They were really cute. I listed them for $15. They sold with offer to liker for $12, and of course then there was the shipping discount on top of that, but I didn't expect to get much for them, but they were cute. I was happy to have them in my closet. But I also sold the DKNY pajama pants that I featured in just a recent video. I picked those up in Denver at the bins as well, and those also sold for $12 really, really fast. So happy to see those go. Now the pants that were the biggest surprise were a pair of Talbots. They were a white, curvy, petite crop pant, and I sold them for $15. These were actually a gift from a viewer, and she was a size 14 petite, and she did send me a big box of inventory, which surprisingly, because of the size, I thought it might be just a tough size to sell because of the petite, but I think I might have one more pair of crop pants that she sent me. Those pants sold for $15. So in the month of November, I sold 2 pairs of white pants, the Talbot's crop pants and the white 7 for All Mankind jeans. So go figure. People buy year round. So that was a nice surprise to sell those in November. We're getting close to the end, guys. Thanks for hanging in there. I'm going to talk about coats. I'm only going to talk about a couple of them. I only sold 7 coats. I'm happy with that. I don't have a lot of coats in my closet, and the reason being I'm not very confident in sourcing coats. Last year, 2019, I sourced jackets and coats because I heard YouTubers talking about it and they sat for me. I think I source too many coats and jackets based on style rather than brand, and really the two of them go together. So I'm getting a little bit better about sourcing coats, and one of the coats that I sold, I did source in Denver, and the other coat that I'm going to highlight today is from my personal collection. I sold this coat from my personal collection. It was called Free Spirit was the brand. I've never heard of the brand before. I remember picking it up at a boutique in Las Vegas. This was a pink, it was like a sweatshirt fabric, double-breasted, almost like a pea coat. It was very, very comfortable and casual, and that's why I bought it. I wore it a lot. It washed very well, and as I was packing it up, I mean, that coat and me had a lot of history, so it was really nice to get a beautiful love note from the buyer that I'm so happy that it went on to someone that enjoys it. Guys, I outgrew it. I got too big for that coat, or I'd be wearing it once again this year. I think it's just a really cute jacket to wear with denim. So, and I sold another jacket of my own, but I want to move on to a jacket that I thrifted at the Goodwill outlet bins. I thrifted a cool jacket. This was a men's jacket. I did feature it in one of my videos, and this was someone's throwback. And the reason I think this person threw back this jacket, it was dirty. It needed a good soak, and it was filled with lint and pet hair. I soaked it, I washed it, and I lint rolled it. And I lint rolled it some more and some more. And I sold that jacket for $56. I was very happy about it. And you know, you do question as you're lint rolling and lint rolling and lint rolling, will I get my money back? And the answer is yes. Cool is a brand that does really well for me. I was happy to find one of the jackets. I have one more category. Thank you so much for sticking around. All right, last category is miscellaneous. I'm only going to share 2 items. I only sold 5 items that were miscellaneous. Miscellaneous meaning like bras, or I sold some mittens, or mostly hats. I sold hats, and I'm not a good hat seller, but I do pick them up when I find them at the bins in good shape. I did sell a pair of mittens. I sourced these mittens, you're not going to believe it, of all places, in Phoenix, Arizona. I found a pair of REI black mittens. They were called the Gordini mittens, and they were just like new. Go figure. in Phoenix, yeah, you're probably not going to be using mittens much, but I brought these mittens home, and when I was photographing them, I figured out they were a girl's extra large. Now, they fit my hand, but it was kind of a tight fit, and I kind of went back and forth. Should I list these in the women's market or the children's market? And I listed them in the children's market, and I think I put in the listing that they would fit a small woman's hand, but they took over a year to sell, right at 12 months to sell, and they sold for $12. Happy to have them gone. Last item to sell was a beanie new with tags. I picked up several beanies in Denver, a lot of really cute, great brands, but this beanie I got listed right away because it was new with tags, and I just lint rolled it, took pictures, and it sold very quickly. The brand was Mountain Force. I think this is a local to Denver. I might be wrong, correct me if you know any information about Mountain Force. I sold this beanie for $15, and it went to someone in Denver, Colorado. Isn't that weird? I thought that was pretty cool. So those are all the sales that I'm highlighting for the month of November. That's it, guys. That's a wrap on a snapshot of my November sales. I hope that you find it helpful. If you watch my first What Sold video, you know that my husband and I are kind of having a tug of war on whether or not I should be sharing my sales. They are public knowledge. I have nothing to hide. I don't know that this is really a helpful video. So if you enjoyed it, please make sure you give the video a thumbs up. November was a great month for me. I made my highest profit the month of November since I started reselling. And of course, that scooter really helped. But even without the scooter, I had my highest numbers on Poshmark, but I did not have the highest package count. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I did sell 8 bundles. That's also down from October and September. I did not sell as many bundles in the month of November. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's my sale. Let me give you just a brief forecast of what I expect in December. Things are going to slow down for me in December. I've already seen it happen since Black Friday sales started. I sell thrifted clothing. I buy clothing to resell at the Goodwill bins, at thrift stores. Occasionally I find new with tags, and I also have donated items that people have given me, and that is what I sell in my Poshmark Closet and eBay sales. I don't participate in retail arbitrage. The reason I don't have the experience. I don't feel confident that I have the knowledge to forecast what people will be buying for the holiday season, and I don't want to invest my money in something that is unsure. I'd rather stick with a smaller cost of goods and wait out the holiday shopping period. Last year, 2019, things got very slow for me. I was able to use that time to make YouTube videos, but also use that time to do other tasks in my reselling business that need to get done. I need bookkeeping, I need organizing, I need to go through all of my inventory. And so when sales are slower, that is how I use my time. I'll also tell you, last year, I hope this is true this year as well, on Christmas Day, my sales just started booming again. I started receiving sales. Maybe people got money for Christmas and were excited to start buying for themselves rather than buying gifts for others. So there is hope. If your sales have slowed down just a little bit, then just know things are going to pick up again. Consider it a gift of time. You get some time to work on other areas of your reselling business. So that's all I have for you today, guys. Thank you. I hope this isn't too long. Thank you so much for sticking around to the very end. You're awesome. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't done that already, and I'll see you for Vlogmas December 2020. Blessings to all of you.